Hi, how are you?
Good. I am Sarah.
Nice to meet
That's
you.
funny. I know. Funny how that works out, right? Okay. So, before we get started, I just have a couple things to go over with, just kind of standard stuff. I always like to introduce myself first, just to kind of get, let you know me a little bit more and make it a little less awkward at first. So again, my name's Sarah. I've been a social worker for about 5 years now. I graduated from the University of Kansas. I have one child. I just bought a house. Really, that's it. I work in my spare time.
Oh yeah, I'm busy. So.
Right. So then I'll hear a little bit about you in a little bit. But first, I just kind of want to go over this. It's our confidentiality agreement. So basically what it says is anything that we talk about stays between us. I'm not going to tell anyone anything. The only reason I would need to report something is if you say that you're going to harm yourself or harm someone else. I am a mandated reporter and I have to report those things. But besides that, everything's just between me and you. So if you just want to look that over and then just sign and date there at the bottom.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. So before we get started, if you just want to tell me a little bit about yourself, maybe tell me why you're here.
Okay. Well, I've been married for about 4 years now, and we have one daughter together. And like everything's been going great past few years, and then my husband got laid off, and he started drinking, and started off, just occasional drink, and then it turned to every day, and it just continued to get worse. So he started getting a little bit angry, not violent, just angry. I think he's more angry at himself probably, but he's kind of like lashing out at us. Every little thing kind of sets him off. So it's just getting like really hard at home.
Okay, yeah, that would definitely be difficult, especially after already getting laid off and whatnot for everyone, really. So how long, and before I go on, I will be taking some notes, just so you know, so if you see me writing, just so I know about things to talk about in the future, we'll probably set some goals in a little bit. But so how often would you say he's drinking?
Now it's every day.
Okay. And then is he still laid off, or is he still looking for work?
He's still laid off right now.
Okay, perfect. Is he seem to be wanting to find work? Or?
He does. I think he's just so hard on himself right now that he's not finding anything, and it's keeping him down.
Okay. So how does that make you feel?
I feel pretty depressed.
Okay.
And angry at him.
Right. So when you're depressed, how do you handle that?
I try to get out of the house.
Okay.
Take my daughter. That way she doesn't see him like that. But I know it's embarrassing for her to see him like that. So I take her out, and like we go to the park, and try to just clear our minds.
Okay. So would you say that you're moderately depressed, or would you have you ever thought about harming yourself?
No.
Okay,
just
maybe it's some.
And maybe not even depressed. Maybe it's just sadness for him and anger.
Just a hard time. Okay. And then how would you say this is affecting your daughter?
She's been acting out at school.
Okay.
Yeah, the teachers have had some concerns with her behavior changing, which I know is normal when things change at home, but I don't like to see her upset and angry.
Of course. Does she kind of know what's going on?
She doesn't know that he drinks.
Okay.
So I don't think she would know what an alcoholic is.
Right.
But she knows that something's different. It's not right.
Okay. I get that. So what I kind of like to do is the first time we meet, I kind of like to set some goals. So then in our next couple appointments, we can kind of catch up on those, reflect on those, maybe have some steps to get to a long-term goal, and then maybe a shorter-term goal where maybe in the next couple of meetings, maybe 2 or 3 meetings out, we would want to accomplish by then. So what do you think would be your ultimate goal, maybe long-term?
For me or for the family?
Either one. I know that the big goal probably is for your husband to stop drinking.
Yes, definitely.
So then what, I guess, would you think we would or should do to get him there? What do you think you
I
could do?
feel like the big goal, like you said, would be for my husband to stop drinking.
Mhm.
And maybe like some short-term goals now is to, well, for my daughter and I, maybe do like some therapy sessions so that way she can like know how to get her feelings out without being
Yeah.
angry.
For sure.
And then also maybe to help my husband to find work, like to bring him in and have sessions with him too.
Yeah, those are definitely some good goals. Do you think your husband would be open to doing that?
It might take a little nudging him to get him in here, but I think he would because he wants to find a job. He doesn't like acting like this.
Right.
It's just like a big circle effect.
Exactly. Okay, those are definitely some things I can help you with. Involved with when we bring in your daughter, I think that would be awesome because that way she may feel more comfortable in just the environment that you're with her because she, she doesn't, of course, want to tell her dad, that like, hey, I don't like how you're acting, of course. So it may be a good way for her to get her feelings out, and I definitely agree with that. And of course, I agree with the long-term goal. I think, would you be open to maybe getting him into rehab? Do you think that would be?
I think he should go to rehab. I do.
Okay. Because another thing we can definitely do is try to find some rehab centers in the area that may work for what you guys are wanting to do. And we can either, I can get you information on them and you can go look at them. I can go with you. You can have me go with you. Really, whatever you feel comfortable with, we can definitely do that. And then we can put that as our long-term goal and maybe as like a second long-term goal, but maybe a week or two before we want to achieve that one, we can plan on going to see those and then, kind of picking our favorite if that works.
Yeah, definitely.
So then also I kind of want to talk to you about what's your support system like? Do people, are you kind of keeping this all in?
No, definitely not. My mom and my sister are really big supporters.
Okay.
I call them practically every day. All hours of the day.
Right.
But they definitely talk to me and just like let me vent to them.
Perfect.
And I have friends like at school and at my job as well, and they know what's going on. My boss knows what's going on, so if there's days where I have to leave, and she's pretty understanding about that.
Right.
So it's a pretty large support system.
That's great. I definitely want to stress the importance if you're feeling, depressed or maybe it's getting a little worse, to definitely don't be afraid to put yourself first. Because even though you have everything going on and you probably feel like it's a little bit on you right now, it's very important to take care of yourself in order to take care of other people. I know you've probably heard that.
Self-care.
Yes, self-care.
Yes.
We can't, you can't stress it enough. Just because, even with the happiest people of all, the stress gets to them. You know what I mean? So definitely not being afraid to reach out. You should definitely don't be afraid to because it's nothing to be ashamed of or anything. You definitely have a great step here. Coming here, I hope I can help you as best as possible. Did you have any questions or concerns about anything, at least for the first meeting?
I think just coming here and talking with you is really like opening doors now to seeing that light at the end of the tunnel rather than just trying to figure it out at home.
Right.
So I appreciate you meeting with me today.
Yeah, no problem. And so just to recap kind of our first meeting, we kind of set our goals, which is awesome. So in the next couple meetings, we'll plan on either getting your daughter in here with me, or we can definitely look at different options. I do have a couple therapists in the same building as me, and one in particular does like role play therapy. So I don't know, how old is your daughter?
She's 7.
Okay, because sometimes they play, and she kind of tells her stressors and what's going on at home while playing, which would kind of be a cool option, and I can look over that. We could definitely do it together. And then as a long-term goal, we have finding a rehab facility, and then of course hoping that your husband ultimately stops drinking. and that would be terrific. So then I'll start gathering information about those things.
Okay.
And then maybe our next meeting we can go over it, discuss when is a good day and time and all of that. So then right now I can have you meet with my secretary and set up our next meeting.
Okay.
So then I can get all that information, at least about your daughter.
Okay.
So then I'll have it ready for the next meeting.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right. Nice to meet you.